Hello everyone. Welcome to 123 Simply Craft. I'm Mary Lou, a Stampin Up Demonstrator in Australia. I post a video every Friday, so if you like my videos, please subscribe and click on the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. For today's class, I will show you how to make the baby wipe technique. This is a very old technique, but it's a really good one. So I thought I'll do a card with some of the new products from the new annual catalog. Now, to begin, I like to sort of explain about the baby wipes. The different type of baby wipe, as you know, there's the fragrance free, and also you have the one they have the essential oils in it, like lavender, or they have scented ones. They're not good for this technique because they have oils in them, and when you mix oil with water, well, they don't go very well. So it's best to get the fragrance free. There's just plain, and normally the cheapest that you can buy is sometimes, most of the time, is the best. I have used this. My husband went and got me some of this. So we're gonna be using the Nature's Print. And I got lots of samples that I have done with this technique. So wait till the end of the video and then I'll show you some more samples. So okay, to begin, let's move the paper because we can't use the paper. So you need to have, you know, like a surface, a glass surface or anything like this. I'm using just my mat. And what we need to do first thing is we get 2 baby wipes. All right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to open the baby wipe and make sure that there's no crease on it, because whatever crease you have, it will show on your design. So I'm making sure that my baby wipe is nice and straight with no wrinkles. I'll try my best not to have any wrinkles. But if there's any wrinkles, there's no drama. It will just be a different design. But we're gonna try this. Okay, so let's do this like this. No wrinkles. Okay. A couple of wrinkles here. Let's get rid of them. Okay, so there we go. So there's just 2 of them, and they're on my mat here. Then we're gonna get, hold on, things are falling down. Wait a minute, let me put this over here, out of the way. So we're gonna use the Starkey Sky and the Tahitian Tide, right? Pad, so you open your pad, and then we're just going to press it down into the baby wipe. And because I want another color, I think it'd be nice, I'm just gonna go like this. And now every one that you make, it will look different. Okay, as you can see later on when I show you some of my samples, you'll see. Then we need to have a piece of white, the basic white, that is 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. Now this is a little bit bigger than what we're gonna use. Oh, wait a minute. We need to emboss this first. Let me get that ready. Okay, I just taken away the baby wipe. It's my first blooper for the day. And I forgot we need to do the first step, which is we need to emboss the images, okay? So we get the piece of white, the one that was 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and we're just gonna put the powder just to make sure that we get rid of any oils from it, okay? And then I'm gonna stamp some images, which are this beautiful leaf, this one, and this one. I think they're just very pretty. So we're gonna do them. So I'm gonna get my mesa mark. I know you won't be able to see it, but it will come up when we do the next step. So I'm gonna put, I think, this one here. That one. And the next leaf. I can see a little bit. I know you can't see it in the camera, but I can see. Put that one there. And then my next one, I love this one. I think I'll put a little bit here. And just here. Okay, so that's done. Put that away there. And we get the powder. Can't believe I forgot. Oh, I nearly forgot to do this step. Goodness. Okay, so I'm just putting a bit of powder here. Let it come down. Yep, I think I don't know if you can see it on the camera with the light. Okay, so that's that. Let's get rid of this. Because we need to do a little bit more embossing. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a look at this. Get my brush and have a look if there's any bits. Like there's some here and a bit here. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. See if there's any little bits. I think that's done. Okay, so then I will heat emboss. So I'm just gonna put it aside. And while we have this, we're going to stamp the sentiment, which I done it in a small piece of black scrap. So let's do that while we got this here. So again, I'll use embossing body. We don't have this anymore. Stampin' Up doesn't have this item anymore, but I'm sure that you can get it in any craft store. Okay, just like that. I thought you might as well do all the stamping, right? It's getting beautiful. Okay, so that's done. Let's put this away again. I'll clean it up later. Put them away. Put there. Get my brush away. Okay, I'm gonna heat emboss. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I heat emboss. Can you see it's shiny? Okay, so that's heat emboss, and that is ready. So now we can get rid of this, and let's bring the wet one again. Oh dear. Okay, so now remember what we done. We have got that, and we put them on top of our wet ones. Now we're gonna get our piece that we have embossed, and we're gonna sit it on top. We pick whatever side we want. I think I want a bit of the blue as well. Maybe here, like that. Then we get can't remember what this called. Put it here like this, and we go a couple of times. Here we go. Nice. And so now we wait for a little while so this dries a little bit, but this, now if you want to, you can get another piece of paper and do it again and again and again, like I have done one before. So you keep on going. So this, you can do as many as you like, okay? But I'm not going to do that, but just say we have done a few. What would you do with this? You don't throw it away. You just grab it like this. We grab it like that. We get another piece of paper and we just go like this. And we pat, 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 and you can move it to get different. A little bit, I like the blue. So let's get a bit of this blue. And we just pat, pat, pat. So there's no wastage. So you can do as many of these as you like. And everyone will be different. Let me see what else. Oh, there's a nice blue here. Let's get this blue. I like the blue. So to make it a bit lighter, you can leave bits of white if you like. And now you have created another piece with the leftovers of this. Now, you can see my hands are very inky because of the ink. I don't mind that, but if you do, you can always wear gloves if you want to. I'm just gonna get another wipe and wipe my hands because I'm gonna be working with white cardstock. Okay, so now what you do is you can wait till this dries, or you can just wait for I don't know, maybe an hour or something like that till it's nice and dry, and then you can continue. Now this is still moist, but I'll get a clean tissue and I'm gonna wipe my embossing that I done before. Like that. And then you just leave it like this and you wait for the next step to continue. Of course, you're not going to be waiting all this time. So I done one before, so I'll go and get it. Okay, this is the one that I done before. You can see. And also too, I forgot to mention, as they dry, the colors will become softer. You can see that this one is softer than that because this one is completely dry. This one is still wet. So the longer it takes, the more softer the colors will become. I will show you some of the samples later on at the end so you can see the difference when they're wet and when they're dry. Okay, so this is how we started, but we're going to cut. I always like to start with a piece a bit bigger than what I need, and then I cut it. So if there's any pieces, like for example here, that is I'm not pleased with, I can always cut that and then it will look nice on my card. So let me put these ones away. I will make some more cards out of this later on. And now we're gonna cut this piece. Now this piece, we need to cut it 3.5 by 5 1/8. So 5 1/8. Yep, I cut that one already. So now we're gonna cut it at 3.5. So now I'm gonna cut a little bit from this side and that side. I don't really like this. So let's cut a little bit here. Just cut this piece here. And then 3.5. Like that. Okay, and that's the piece that I need to make my card. So that piece is 3.5 by 5 5/8. And then we need a piece of black so we can mat this piece. And this is 3 5/8 by 5 1/4. Now don't worry about writing it down. I will write all the measurements on my blog so you can just, and I put the link down below so you can just go to my blog and get all your measurements and instructions. And also I will put the measurements of the samples as well. Now with this one, normally you know that I love my glue and I always glue my pieces, but because this is a bit more softer, I would like to use type. So I will put type on these particular pieces because even that I make this a bit earlier, I feel that it still feels a little bit moist. So I'm going to use type. So I'm going to put type around it and then I'll show you. Okay, I have put type around. All right, now don't forget when you use the type to burnish your type. It will make it easier for you then to take the backing off. Super easy to take the backing off when you burnish your type. So excuse my fingers, they're all inky. I mean, you can see I've been doing this. I have been enjoying this. So okay, so now we're gonna glue this on my black matting. Just like that. And now I'm going to glue it on my base card. Just like that. I think I need to change my blight. That's much better. A bit here. Okay, bit of glue. Make sure that it opens right. You can make beautiful cards with this technique, this wet white technique. It's beautiful. Okay, then to decorate the card, I got some designer paper, and I use the designer paper that what's it called, sun print, and I just taking a little piece of it and also a small piece of vellum. So I'm going to glue this. Let me pick. I don't really fancy this here, so I may put my sentiment on this here because I don't really fancy that. So you can pick the spot, and then I'm gonna put a bit of glue here and put my vellum just so I can soften everything up. And then we'll get our sentiment. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna fussy cut this. I'm gonna fussy cut it. Super quick. Just like so. Probably should have this done ready, but just to show you that it's not, a lot of people don't like fussy cutting, but it's super easy and simple. Only takes just a second, but it makes a big difference on the card. Okay, I think we go around here as well. There we go. And now I'm gonna put some dimensionals. There's some dimensionals in here on the back, here, 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 and here. So that's gonna go there. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of ribbon. And the ribbon that I'm gonna be using is the Starkey Sky. And I'm gonna make just a simple bow. Gosh, my hands are inky. Oh dear. Oh well. How's that? Maybe a bit bigger. It's a bit too small. Let's make it bigger. Make the bow bigger. Just a bit more. I think. How's that? I think this is better. Yeah, this is better. Okay, so cut here, cut there. Now I'm gonna get a bit of glue dot. Let's get a glue dot. Yeah, which way should we go? I think I'll go this way, like that. And then we'll take the dimensionals of here. Gosh, got a mess. Let me clean up the mess. I can't work with a mess. Okay, must be my OCD. All right, that's better. Otherwise, I can't think. All right, so let's get rid of this. Get my tweezers. And you put it there, just like that. There we go. And that is the card. I hope you like that. And that's the one that I done before. You can see this one I put it there, but this one I put it here, because if there's something that you don't like on the card when you print it, well, that's, you can do that. Now, remember that we did this, and then we done this one. I'll show you what I done with a sample that I done with this. This is what I done. I will, on the list below, I will write all the products that I use, so you'll know how I done this. Again, I cut it. I cut a little butterflies and I added in there the things. I will write them below what I use, and I stamped the beautiful image on it, and I decorate the inside with the leftovers that I have cut from here. So that's that sample there. Now, I have used different colors with the same technique. This is an old stamp, but you can see how piled and pretty they look. And I'll show you what I was telling you before. Remember that every card will look different. Now, this is using the same colors, but depending on how you press it or add it to your paper, it will look different. So every card will look different. So that's that. And then, again, with this technique, but instead of embossing, I just put color on the paper, just without embossing first. So this is just plain. And then I make this card, cut it in 4, and then on the leftover that I have from the piece, remember I use the 5 and 5 8x3 and 3/8, and with the piece that was here, I stamp my flowers, and I come up with that. And then I show you the same card, how it still will look different, because every time that we use the roller, it will get a different print on it. So this is I hope you like this technique. With one paper, the wet one, you can create 2 different looks with just it's like jelly plate, really, but we're using wet ones. So there you go, much cheaper than a gel plate. And I hope you like this easy and fun technique. So I hope you give it a try. And like I said, I put a link below. And if you need any of the products, I would love it if you shop with me. And I see you on the next video. Bye for now.